So looking at the program as a whole, you said you're going on your 1 year anniversary. You've been working with us we're going on, I think it's month 4. What's your overall impression of the program so far, and what have been some of the benefits, if any?
Well, I think I could go back to when I was looking for a marketing firm. One of the reasons I went with you guys is the transparency about the process, and how quickly you guys responded, right? In the restaurant business, my time is super valuable. And I don't want to have to send a question and wait 3 days for an answer. And I didn't get that with you guys, right? When I sent my initial request, it was instant. I got something from you guys. Hey, we'd like to meet and talk. So good first impression. And then when we talked, that open transparency about the process really kind of bought me in very quickly. And I think what people have to realize is there's a process, and you guys laid it out very clearly. And in month 4, we're starting to see it. And that's exactly what you told me. You said, Brian, give me 3 months. We'll get a good handle on things, and then you'll really start to see those engines rev. And that's exactly what's happening. The other thing for me about the process that made sense is, we were talking about it a little earlier, is there's a restaurant consultant that talks about you've got to market past that 3rd visit, right? We fail to really do good marketing if we're just sending out a 1-page ad and then we don't do anything with it, right? We're not marketing beyond that. Your system naturally gives me the ability as an owner or the manager of the store to interact with, most of the time, these are new customers. Or for me to know by hearing what they say they're redeeming, I know this is their 2nd, their 3rd, or their 4th visit. And I can instantly go engage with them appropriately. So I'll give you that quick example, right? Our first one is buy 1, get 1 free pound of meat. So the second I hear that, I know they're probably a new customer, especially if I don't recognize their face. And I can go engage them because I have to do the discount on the register, and have a quick conversation of, how'd you hear about us? Did you see it on Facebook? What'd you think of that ad? Oh, I remember your comment. I think I chatted with you in that. So I now start to build this relationship with them, and I know who they are. I can go touch their table after they've had their food. Was it worth it? Did you like it? So on and so forth. But now when they come back in that second time and I hear someone say, I want to redeem my buy 1, get 1 free sandwich or burger combo, I now know, without asking, it's their 2nd trip, at least their 2nd trip. And I can talk to them about that. I was like, oh, you had a great meal last time. What'd you come in to get? Oh, you got this. Good choice, right? So it gives me as an owner that very natural ability to know where they are in the cycle at a minimum, and engage very naturally. If you look at our data, we have about a 40% of our people that have redeemed have come in for their 3rd visit, and we're already in our 4th month, right? So that's not a long time to get 3 visits out of a brand new customer. And I don't know about you, but I feel like 40% is a pretty high number of those people who have been back a 3rd time already. So I love that about the program. It's very natural. It's a very easy process to work through. My cashiers, it was very easy to adopt. There's not a lot of, I guess for me, we're doing what I was trying to get my cashiers to do naturally. Welcome to Fatty's. Is this your first time in? Right? Those kind of things where we would know those. I don't have to worry about that, right? My cashiers can focus on upselling. They can focus on having a great experience for the customer. I don't need them to collect this data, and this allows me to do it in real time. So.
You're a numbers guy.
Yes.
In looking at the data, what I often come across is, because people have done marketing before. Again, you're coming up on your 1st year. We have clients who have been open for 20 years, and they've done radio, television, they've done all types of marketing, and they've never been able to track an ROI. There's a positive and a negative to it. One, it's a new tool that they don't quite understand it. But 2, there's another side, people like yourself who understand the numbers. So how valuable is it to be able to have that kind of data to know, is it working, is it not working, and if it is, just how well?
You mentioned it. I'm an oddity probably in the restaurant business because my day job is I'm a data analyst. So numbers are really important to me. But what I learned years ago, I had a great mentor that told me, Brian, the data will rarely give you all the answers, but it will always tell you what questions you need to go ask. And that's what's so valuable about this data, is it helps me know what questions I need to be talking to my staff, my customers, my other owners about, so we can go make the right changes. We can start making changes to how we market, the products that we put forth, how we interact with our customers. So the data could not be more important to me because it helps me guide what questions and what actions. What I like about you guys is you don't have to be a data analyst like I am for this to be beneficial. Your regular emails that you send me that say, hey, you're at a 8-to-1, 9-to-1, 10-to-1, 3-to-1 front end, right? Whatever it is that you guys are giving me, you give it in a nice, digestible packet, right? Where I like big raw data sets. Not everybody does. You guys send those nice little emails that sometimes help me come back to refocus, right? I may be looking at too much. And here's Doug's little friendly email that says, hey, great guys this month. Here's what you've done. Here's what we're seeing. And so I think for those people, this removes some of the scariness of the data because you guys help feed it in bite-sized chunks. But the nice thing is for those weirdos like me, all the extra data sits on the back end that I have access to. Again, it goes back to transparency. Some of the companies I looked at didn't do that. The access to the data that I had was very minimal and not appealing to me at all. You guys do a good job of balancing that. You give me the nice front end piece, but I have access to all the data on the back so I can go play and look at. So for example, when we talked about this as well, I'm looking at an ROI from a different perspective than you guys do. Because I'm trying to figure out now that I have the logs burning, can I just throw more gas money on it and it takes off? And we're starting to see that this month, right? I'm at an 8-to-1 ratio on just ad revenue, right? So basically for every dollar I'm spending right now with you guys and just through your program is yielding $8 back to me. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. Obviously, the goal would always be to get to that 10-to-1, but I don't know of any marketing program out there that's doing that, much less 8-to-1 at a pure ad revenue. And we're seeing that this month. I upped our ad revenue spend with you, right? We talked about it a week and a half ago. It's like, we're on a good train. Let's throw another little amount on there and see if it keeps going. And so far we are. So I love that flexibility within the program that I am in control and we can add a few more dollars here or maybe pull back or change the pictures or whatever that is. And you guys make it simple. It was an email that, and the next day, here we go. So data is important. But for me, the transparency with the data that you guys provide is why the ROI engine was important for me.